Greetings, programs. This is Wretch. Welcome back to Citizen Sleeper. And in the last episode, guys, we unlocked a whole new area of the station. Well, at least new to us. And there's quite a few activities that have been added to our already pretty significant list. We have the ability to help Dr. Sabine get out from underneath the Yatagan syndicate by uploading some data. We have the Lowend here, which is a residential district that we can establish a reputation in, either by playing Tavla or doing block maintenance. We can babysit Mina while Lem is working at the docks. And we also have the ability to explore the free spoke, actually heading vertically through like elevators and stuff and seeing if we can find anything interesting here. So what does this actually do? This spoke climber doesn't actually say if we get any kind of items. Well, we've got 2 more cycles before we have to pay Ethan, whatever it is. So, or whatever it is we actually owe him. But I think we're going to go ahead and spend some more cryo today, at least. We're going to start here at the scrap freighter. I think we probably just need to start taking advantage of these freighters when they come in, because it's kind of a... If we find out that it's something that we need, that's going to be a bit of a problem if we're going to have to wait for another freighter to come in. So I guess let's go ahead and buy some scrap and see what it is. Got a 3 scrap allowance. Random scrap item. Okay. We can sell that at the Ord Exchange, maybe get some coin back. And we can keep on going. Might as well. Random scrap item. And one more. Oh. Random scrap item, and we maxed out the scrap allowance. Okay, so 3 things of scrap. Filters, capacitors, sensors. Useful salvage to the right person. Cool. Well, that gives us 54 cryo. We'll definitely make a little bit of that back. Now, let's go ahead and head onto the grid here. We're already getting information from Fang that's going to be here in 2 cycles. Haven agent, Yatagan agent, we definitely need to go for that. But we also have this keynote here, which is interesting to me. Oh, we do not have the die. Oh, we do actually. We can use that 3 if we want. Either way, huh? I'm more concerned as to what this node is. So let's go ahead and spend our 3. Five cryo, excellent. Another encrypted key. Those are going to come, I think those are going to be very useful once we find out what they're for. Alright, now we've got 3 dice left and need to decide where to spend it. We've got the still here. See, this is where it's going to start getting tricky, because now we have a lot of activities and only a small amount of dice, and the activities are going to take a lot longer. So, wait, can we sell stuff here? No, we can just play. We still need to find that shipmind component. Hardware exchange. Sell. Wait, was there anywhere else that we could have sold the scrap off to? No. I think the exchange might be it. 12 cryo. So we had a bit of a loss, so that makes me wonder that I guess we could get like a random item from the freighter. Like something useful. And we lucked out. Or our luck didn't actually serve us for once. Now, our food packs over at the Overlook have gone askew, unfortunately, so we're not going to be able to get food for cheap. I'm kind of thinking about letting my food lower and then like one or two more and then grabbing something from Emphasis stall. Now we just need to decide what's next. Let's go babysit Mina. I think that's a good thing. And it's safe, too. Well, yeah, see, the negative will just give us 1. So let's go ahead and use our 2 on this. Cool. I'm alright with that. Baby steps, you know? We could play Tabla. Helping out is a good way to make friends via the block maintenance. Oh, we get energy. We get energy or we lose energy doing the block maintenance. This is actually going to get us the Lowender. Okay. So -3 cryo for this. Oh, +3 and 2 to the Lowender. Cool. That gives us 1 more dice to use. Do we want to go ahead and throw it into this? Now, this is dangerous, but we have it's with intuition. We have good odds. Or do we want to go ahead and spend the dice into something... We still have the Sidereal Bridge here and all this nonsense. But we also get cryo for helping out. Let's go ahead and do that. Or maybe not. It's like there's so many activities now. Holy crap, and we also have the still? We got pretty good odds there. I think we'd probably want to wait until we get a high dice for that, because we want to clear it quick. If we get a positive. So, yeah, let's do that. I am going to... Wait. The Mingi Express Noodle and Factory Delivery. What do we got here? Repeatable action. Noodle manufacturer. Mingi has kept a kelp stack in the basement, and he makes noodles from the seaweed. He doesn't pay much, but he'll feed anyone who does a shift. Cool. And then express delivery for cryo. So this is how we get some food. +3 energy on a positive outcome. Neat. Well, I am glad that is available. I'm glad I noticed that too. Well, let's get some skin in all the games. A spoke climber only requires 6. So let's enter the spoke. 50% positive. Let's go. Sweet. Okay, well, we still have 100. Oh, and now what are you? Midline Freight Hub. Freight operator. Midline runs automated freight down from the free spoke. They need skilled operators, and you don't have to lift a single crate. For 16 cryo. Random items if we steal a shipment. With so many shipments, what's one diverted package? You would have no idea what you're stealing, but that's part of the fun, right? So if we have the ability, we can fail once. Because then the security will be aware of us. Yeah, it's so clever, this game. Okay, did anything else suddenly decide to pop up? Nope. Okay. In that cycle. A little bit of hunger, condition going down. Are we going to have 3 dice, or... Yes, we are. Okay. Well, then. I know the first thing we've got to do is... Okay, one more until... I still don't know what that is, and that's gonna scare me. We can get some pretty good cryo. I want to keep my cryo over 100. I know that's potentially dangerous, but... just need to see. Now, the only thing we have here on the grid is the Yadigan agent. So let's get that data. We only have 2 more to go. Or 1 more now. And... where are you at? Yes, the unit. You know, if I hadn't sold that to Haven Age, we'd already be done with this one, unfortunately. Can't find Yadigan offices. I mean, we've got 2 things of Haven Age data. Maybe it'll swing around for us here before too much longer. Let's go to Emphasis Stall. Let's get a little bit of cryo. I don't want to waste a high dice. There we are. Now what? Midline Freight Hub. This has some interesting opportunities, I would feel. I mean, we're pretty good on either of this, whether we want to do a freight operator for some coin or steal a shipment. I'm kind of curious what the shipment is. But is there anything that we absolutely have to do that we're at a deficit at? Unless we... No, I think we're pretty good on everything. We just need to decide what goes where. Well, we do have this danger, but... Let's go ahead and throw... Let's go here. We'll get some cryo out of this and fill this. Okay, just got 1 out of that. And 5. Now we must choose what is going to be our last thing to do. Tell you what. Let's go ahead and try and steal something. We're gonna have 100% positive, so we are going to be getting something. Let's hope that it's a shipmind fragment, or maybe maybe we could actually get a shipmind core, which would be incredible. Big bucks, no whammies. Random item. What do we get? Oh, we got what we needed. So that fills up regardless. Alright. Well, that's exactly what we needed. Let's go ahead and... What is it? The Ort Fabricator? Oh, we got X. What was X? That was interesting. I didn't see. Oh, Minecraft. Achievement unlocked. And an upgrade. Upgrade point. Neat. Which means we got our instant karma. Now we can start working on our interface. Cool. The question now becomes, who do I give the shipmind to first? Do we go ahead and... Right now, I think we can wait, because Hunter, we need 3 more before Hunter comes for us again. And I don't really want to... We've got the Haven Age agents here, which isn't a big deal, but we just need 1 more Yadigan. So I think that that's going to be our best bet. If we have another high dice, we should go back over here and see if we can do that again. I don't know if we'll get more shipmind, but there's so much risk versus reward here. Let's go ahead and hand this off to the ambergris. Ankhita's been more than patient. Besides, I don't need another bounty hunter. I don't need to have another one on their bad side. You drop the huge cylinder onto the mess room table. Ankhita can't hide her excitement. Ooh, got another upgrade point. Cool. And then we'll wait for the icebreaker. And then that'll just work out in our favor. You drop the shipmind core onto the galley table with an emphatic bang. Ankhita spins around from where she's been poring over some documents on her slate. Holy shit, Sleeper. Did you actually land a shipmind? She rushes over and hefts the huge cylinder, turning it back and forth. Well, shit, it might actually work. She smiles wider than you've ever seen. Where did you get it? I built it. Built it? Well, you are full of surprises. Ankhita bangs on the galley wall. You hear that, Amber? The Sleeper got you a new shipmind. The sound echoes down the ship's passages. You have to admit, being in a small space with Ankhita when she's this excited is a little intimidating. Ankhita puts the shipmind back into the table. I'll start the process of fitting it as soon as I can. I might need your help with some of it. She heads back towards the counter to grab her slate. This isn't the only good news today either. Looks like my good karma's finally coming in. She throws the slate onto the table and spins it so you can see the screen. Take a look at this. You see a list of names and numbers. Nothing that exciting, along with what looks like a transit tide table. I found them. The thieves? Exactly. Well, the thief, singular. She points at a name on the list, or more specifically, Ashton Kade. It was his pass that was used to access Amber and slice the shipmind. I thought he might have been killed or robbed, his pass stolen, but turns out he crossed the Founder's Gap the very next cycle. Founder's Gap? That big rift in the station. You can't cross it without the Founder's Ferry. She leans back in her seat. I know some of the crew over at the ferry. Old Mercs used to run in an outfit I worked with. I saw them in the Overlook, and they mentioned they saw Ashton crossing. I checked the manifests, and there he was. Looks suspicious. He hasn't said a word since the theft, and anyone wanting to hide out might head to the Greenway and go to ground. She flexes. He won't get far, though. There's no real docks out there. Only a couple of jetties in the wastes. Going after him? Not yet. First, I want to fit the shipmind. She pauses. But maybe you could help me out. Sure. How? It's like this. I head over there, especially in Amber. He'll spot me a mile off and go underground. He'll find a way to slip the station, or he'll bury himself so deep in the waste no one will ever find him. But you? Ashton doesn't know you. All I need for you is to go there and sniff around. Not at the commune, not the stacks. He'll have gone to the edges, the margins, the wild places. That's what Ashton likes. You see him, You locate him? Ping me on this. She hands you a comm earpiece. Seeing as this is merc work, I'll be happy to give you your merc pay. She shifts in her seat. Thing is, I haven't got much left, so how about I tell the boys who run the ferry to give you a discount? I know it's not much, but once I grab this coward, I'll pay up. 200 cryo. Nothing less. What do you say? She meets your eye. Okay. She gives you a heavy whack on the shoulder. Good. I owe you. She lifts the shipmind up onto her shoulder with worrying ease. I'm gonna get this fitted into Amber's core. You get any info, any sense of where Ashen is hiding, you let me know. She goes to turn and then stops. And once again, Sleeper, thank you. I appreciate it. Ankhita stomps off into the guts of Amber with the shipmind, leaving you in the galley. You glance around, a sudden nervous energy descending on what is to come. You never thought you'd get work as a mercenary, but then again, it seems the eye is full of surprises. Cool. So there's the gap that we were talking about before. Input 100 cryo, which that ain't happening right now. But as good to know. Alright, so dock C4 until that freighter shows up. Fang's about to be done with his stuff. We still have over 116 cryo for whatever Ethan has in store for us. I don't think there's anything more to do. Yeah, nothing to do but crash out. See what happens. We may need to go ahead and take another stabilizer after this coming day. End the cycle. How we looking? Oh, we ain't looking good. Alright, well, I guess we could go ahead and insert this now. Start the action. Does that go ahead and give us our dice? I don't think so. Yeah, we're just going to be in good shape for the next day. So we are pretty much... we need 100 cryo to get the next one. Oh, okay. What happened there? Oh, Fang's... Okay. Let's go ahead and talk to Ethan first and see what's up. Pay Ethan's tab. How can someone drink this much in 6 cycles? Ethan hasn't held back while he's been at the compressor. 58 cryo. That's not horrible. That's a lot less than what I thought. Ethan says you have 2 cycles to pay the tab. He calls it being fair-minded. You know what? Let's go ahead and let him sweat on that a little bit then. Now, my primary thing here is... Can we use the good dice and then re-roll our crap die? I think we should be able to do that. Let's go ahead and get our final Yadigan taken care of, though. At least for now. Extract that data. Okay, Hunter's getting a little bit wise. I think we probably need to see if we can get another shipmind and then go ahead and turn it into Neovend. Let's see what Fang's up to. As you arrive, Fang comes striding towards you, taking you by surprise. Let's go, Sleeper. He puts a hand on your shoulder and turns you back the way you came. Go where? To see Hardin Hurst. He gives you a sideways glance. Isn't that what you're here for? He steps into the passageway, guiding you downring toward the shipyard. Sorry for the hurry, but we have something of an opportunity. That data you ripped? Well done, by the way. He grins. Tells me Hardin is making a rare inspection of the sidereal horizon this cycle. It's the perfect chance to confront him outside of that compound he hides in. Fang takes a sharp turn onto a dimly lit side passage. Confront him? That's right. It's the perfect time. Fang slows and slips into a dark service tunnel where somewhere a water pipe drips in the black. It's him, Sleeper. The same Hardin Hurst. Our worm ripped out decades of records that mention him by name. An entire trail of documentation from the first days of the Solheim collapse until now. He wrote out the whole thing, slipped into Haven Age when it first broke off from the Union. He paces in the tunnel, a hand rubbing at the back of his head. I need you to understand something about Solheim, Sleeper. I don't know what you know about the collapse, but it wasn't as instant as it sounds. It wasn't like Solheim was here, running the station one day, and the next Erland's Union took power. Back then, Solheim knew this place was slipping away from them. As the palladium market collapsed, they tried to keep the contractors here working. The pay got smaller, the costs higher. People like my parents were forced to work non-stop just to keep a berth on the station and water in their tanks. Solheim squeezed every last worker until the mistakes, the accidents, were coming in non-stop. And as new waves of contractors came in, desperate to work, Solheim welcomed them in, taking bribes instead of checking pilot licenses. The whole time Solheim was folding up, dragged into court cases in the central systems, while this severed limb of a station still desperately tried to take it all it could. The riots came after the collision at Dock 2. A young pilot, his MEV overloaded with palladium, miscalculated his trajectory and took out a section of the ring. Hundreds died, thousands panicked. My parents told me people were terrified, and the blame fell squarely on Solheim. People like to tell stories about Erland, how he brought the factions together, spoke to the crowds, turfed out Solheim. Maybe that's true. But my mother, pregnant with me, locked herself in their MEV and welded it to the dock while my father joined the improvised crews trying to seal up the ragged edges of the gap. He never came back. Feng pauses in the dark. They sealed it up, though. And by the time they did, Solheim was gone, abandoning every one of us to the black. Apart. Fang finally turns back to you now, his eyes burning. From shits like Hardin. Shits who held their place, rode it out, and slipped into the new structure like nothing had changed. Standing shoulder to shoulder with those who had exploited at every step. Fang starts walking again. That's why I can't just let him strut about the shipyard. This time, his past catches up with him. How is he still alive? Clearly, you don't know much about executives. That kind of power comes with certain benefits. Fang rejoins the main passageway, which is now wide and glass-roofed. Through the ceiling, you can see ships in mid-construction, their flanks lit by the flashes of plasma torches. The entrance to the shipyard is ahead. Oh man, are we going to have, a moral choice here about what we do with Fang? Because if he, takes his revenge, that could have some, serious repercussions throughout the entire station, I would imagine. I mean, he's got reason to be upset, but... I mean... We haven't had any, real decisions in which we've had to, You know what? Let's go ahead and just go. And most of our decisions, I think, have not been in conversation, but in our actions. So I think that will probably do the best. But I will go ahead and be... This is crazy. Fang turns to look at you. Don't come then. I won't force you. You stand across from each other in the corridor. What is it then, Sleeper? You coming or not? Whew. I'll tell you what, guys. This seems like a perfect place to go ahead and end the episode. On a little bit of a cliffhanger. We will see what we decide to do next time. If you guys like the episode, please leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, that'd be a big help. And we'll see you next time. Later days, everyone.